Hello everyone. I thought I'd better get this video started before all the work's been done. These are the transplant starts, seedling starts, inside the little shelter greenhouse that I am able to heat with a diesel heater. And it's clearing out little by little because I'm doing the transplanting right now. So like I say, I thought I'd better shoot this video before all this is gone. You can get an idea of what I'm working with to all these plants that I have to plant. There's peppers, watermelon right in the back there, all that big group. That's all Roma tomatoes. A few Brussels sprouts left. And I will swing across here if I can keep everything in focus. And on the far is more peppers. I got about 6 different kinds of peppers. And the far tray is some more Brussels sprouts. No, maybe that's cabbage. Anyhow, I built the bench for the starting trays out of pallets laid on their side, and cut them down a little bit and sealed the whole area up with plastic. Got a flap that I can open up on the side there for ventilation. I can close it when the nights get too cold, and I was able to run a diesel heater. Okay, now we'll go over and take a look at the greenhouses in the next bit here. See you there. Okay, what you're looking at here is the south end of the greenhouses. They are 25 foot wide by 100 foot long, and there's 2 rows of 4. We're on the south end, and there's your row of 4 right there that you're looking at. And you can just barely, looking down the fence row, you can just barely see the start of the, right next to that dumpster is the start of the second row of greenhouses. I'll move over on the side so you can, it's pretty hard to see all these in perspective, how big these things are huge. Okay, I'll be down there in a second. Okay, we're at the center alleyway looking down between the 2 rows of greenhouses. These were originally for, I think they used them for about 4 years for growing marijuana, and that got to be a losing proposition because the prices came down so much. So now we're filling them up with vegetables, and it's working quite well. This is the second year. I got a late start, just moving up here. Was planting tomatoes in July, but we still had a decent crop. You see that? That's 100 foot long from down where you can just barely see where that blue tarps are, right to there. Just like I say, these things are massive. Okay, now we'll go take a peek inside the tomato shed, which is this one right here, right in front of us. We're going to go inside and look in there, and I'll show you what I got going on. Okay, we're inside the tomato greenhouse. Excuse me. In between the 2 rows, how this is set up is I've got the 1 row of tomatoes on the outside edge. That's the far side. I had to open that curtain up out there to, it was like 90 in here already, and it's only like 60 outside. In between, I have garlic all the way down. It's about three rows of garlic, and the green bushy stuff right here close, you can see that's all cilantro. inside dimensions in here are about 92, 93 feet. So right from where that white bucket is, all the way down, 92 feet roughly, that's all cilantro. Right next to it, can't quite see it because the cilantro is up so tall, is the little row of basils in the next row. And then I have, excuse me. Okay, we'll try this. Had a coughing fit there. The one empty row, if you can see it there just before the garlic, that was a bunch of garlic sets that were bad and didn't come up. So I planted that all with chive and it hasn't come up yet. Now these stakes that you can see, like one right center of the screen, you can see there's 2 tomato plants. We zoom in maybe here. This works. Let's see. Hard to see in the viewfinder. Yeah, there we go. Okay, those 2 tomato plants are going to be tied to that stake as they grow up. And this is a system I've come up with. My folks used it. Not these particular type of stakes, but they used like 2x4s cut in half. But these are what's available easy to drive in. You get 3 80-inch pieces out of a 20-foot piece of rebar, and I use number 3 rebar, and that makes my tomato stakes. And as the season progresses here, I'll demonstrate and show how I tie them up. But yeah, I have 2 tomato plants will grow up each one of those stakes, so I call it high density. I keep them trimmed, all the suckers trimmed off, and I let the tomato plant grow up to about 3 to 4 feet before I allow it to have one branch. And what that does, it forces it to put all its effort into really high quality tomatoes. They get huge. Okay, and this shorter row of stakes you're looking at right here, all the way down, is about 25 of them, I guess, something like that. These are all for Roma tomatoes. I just got the areas prepped right in front of each dripper along that pipe, and that's where the Roma tomatoes are going to go, because they're determinate and they don't need but a 3.5, 4 foot stake. So I ran out of the tall stakes for like the beef steaks, and the rest of them that grow indeterminate, they'll grow up to 6 foot. But the Romas are short, so I decided to make best use of what stakes I had by using the Romas just on the short ones. Okay, we'll go over and look in a couple more sheds. We got green beans and corn next to look at. Okay, here we're looking at the green beans. Man, this viewfinder is hard to see, but I think we got it where you can see them. And I've got a few of them already strung up. These are pole variety, so they're going to climb. And there's several different kinds of green beans in there. I've got Blue Lakes, Kentucky Wonder, and Rattlesnake. And clear down the row is some yellow wax. Okay, now we'll go inside and look at it from a different angle. Okay. A little better look at the green beans. Now these greenhouses have 2 bunks raised beds, I guess you call them. And they're roughly 8 foot wide, 92, 93 foot long, something like that. Now, over on this side, you can see the little trellis I have started for them. These are all sweet pea, or not sweet pea, peas, shell peas. I think I also have Alaska snow pea and some Oregon early pea, or sugar pea, I guess you'd call them, over in here. And can't quite see them, but just starting. I don't know if you can see where that blue tag is. That post might be in the way. There's a little blue tag down there. Right, starting right there, as I just started planting peppers. I got maybe I'm trying to look in the viewfinder to see if everything's in there. You can see it. I just started. I got about 7 or 8, and they're, see, what did I just, cayenne, long thin cayenne peppers. Got about 15 plants planted in there. Okay, now we'll go over to the corn greenhouse. Alright, here we are in the corn greenhouse in about the same position. We're about right up between the 2 rows or 2 bunks to get the best view of what we got going on here. I've got the corn planted in different groups, keeping it somewhat separated. This right here is, I think they call it golden sugar dots. It's a bicolor corn. And way on the far end is a golden bantam down there by itself, 12-row golden bantam. Now, on this row right here that runs along the T-posts, you can see that drip pipe. I still got a weed. Things kind of get away from me in here. Gonna plant one more row all the way down to the golden bantam. I forget the name of it, but I think it's a Country Gentleman or some such name. It's I don't think it's a bicolor. I think it's just a straight standard, but it's a longer ear than the golden bantam. I believe they call it a Country Gentleman. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the package, but I'm waiting until right here within the next couple days. Today is the 23rd of May, and I'm staggering these to where they will tassel at different intervals, so I won't have to worry about crossing, because I would like to save the seed for next year. So this will be a late planting, and this will give us sweet corn up in like September, October, roughly. Something like that. The rest of this might be done by about the end of July. Maybe earlier. I tried to get it planted as early as my dreams were having sweet corn 4th of July, but I don't know that that's going to happen. It might, but I kind of doubt it. We'll just see what goes. So anyhow, this is the corn greenhouse. Ran out of hardware to get. I was going to put another 6 rows of something over here. That's why you see this bed is all empty yet. You see the drip pipe laying there, but I ran out of hardware, and I had enough on my hands to try to get the rest of the stuff planted. I think I was thinking about maybe carrots. We already got 2 rows of them planted, but I was going to add to it for some different varieties, and maybe some of the, what do they call them, white daikon radish. Never to get a chance to plant any of that yet, but what we have planted is all the standard stuff. Alright, so now I want to switch greenhouses and go over to the melon, cucumber, cantaloupe greenhouse. Okay, we are in the melon, cucumber, watermelon greenhouse. Those streaks you can see going lateral across the beds are marked out. I've marked every 3 foot. That's how far apart I'm putting my plants. There's 2 foot between the rows and 3 foot between the plants. And we're at the far end here with probably, let's see, about 15 feet to where I've got planted. I've got some more watermelon. I'm waiting for them to they're just pulling their heads out of the dirt right now. I want to let them get up just a little bit bigger, and I'll transplant them in this remaining area here. And over on this side will be, I think there's some more squash that I got to plant. That'll also be the Brussels sprouts, cabbage, probably put some more watermelons down at the end. I think I've got some that are, when they get done, was just got a late start and I'm running behind. But the mid section is pretty much all cantaloupe, all the way to probably 20 feet from the end, and that's crookneck squash and a couple of rows of cucumbers down there. So, all right, now we'll go into what I would call the onion and celery shed, and that'll be the last one we're going to show. Okay, immediately right here, this is would be the west side of this greenhouse. There is beets. What else do I got in there? Darn. Anyhow, I know beets is one of them. Oh, kale. Dill. Clear at the far end, it's just popping into view, is about 15 to 20 foot. Those all 4 rows are okra. Each one of those rows about 20 foot from the end. You can just see some greenery down there, and it's the okra just popping up. Okay, on this side, we've got radishes. Some of them are just starting to show up. There is spinach. I just got the baby onions, right where you can see that blue tag. Let me see if I can maybe zoom in. Yeah, might be able to see right where that blue tag starts. Those are all onion seedlings. I've tried for the first time just to see how it works. All the way down. It's all red and white onions. The big onions you can see that are, let me go the other direction here. The onions you can see with the heads on them. I'm going to leave a few of those in to collect the seed. Those are Stuttgarter, and they did good. I planted them as the little bulb sets. And just right as soon as the first of the month here comes, I'm going to buy probably another 400, at least 3, maybe, yeah, I'm going to try to buy 400 set packs and plant Stuttgarters all the way down. They were a pretty favorite onion. The big green bushy stuff is celery. It's going to all come out of here. I've chosen these plants, these 3 right here at the end, seem to be they're the most hardy. I'm going to leave them in until they go to seed, and then I'll collect the seed from them. That's Utah Improved, and those I bought in like 6 packs from Fred Meyer. And believe it or not, that whole row of what you can see all the way down to where the green bushy celery stops, that was what I was able to pull out of 2 6-packs by carefully coaxing the little plants apart because the seeds are so small. They planted 2 and 3, you know, maybe 4. And I was able to just gently coax them apart and then planted each separate plant individually, and that's what I ended up with. This time I think, since that's about halfway, roughly 45 feet to where that last onion and celery plant is, I think what I'm going to do is buy 4 6-packs and see if I can't get enough out of that to do this complete row of celery all the way down. What else have I got cleared down at the far end? Oh, I got some what were they? Leeks, I think. Just barely see them down there. They're just starting to come up. But this I would call this the onion and celery shed, pretty much. We got a couple of varieties of beets. Like I say, they're just starting to come up. Running behind the 8-ball here, trying to get everything done, but it's going in little by little. All right, this is the final greenhouse here, and so now you guys know what I've been up to. I've been busy since I've moved. I'll try to get back to some electronics here real soon, but I will give a couple greenhouse tours mid-season and then late season to let you guys see how this is all done. Take care. Hope everybody's safe out there. Enjoy the Memorial Day weekend coming up. Well, maybe by the time you see this, it'll be past, come to think of it. Memorial weekend will be past. So, anyhow, till the next video, see y'all guys. Bye. One last tidbit of footage I thought I'd throw in here. Hard to see out here in the sun in the viewfinder, but those are some flowers that you might say jump ship. They're supposed to be in that blue pot last year. I'm not sure. I think they're bachelor buttons or something. This is going to get awful jerky here, but I'll now take it off this tripod and see if I can hold it still enough to get a closer view. I'm waiting for those seed heads to finish off. I want to save those seeds. There's some pretty nice, pretty flowers. I'm trying to just take care of them. And if anybody can identify what that white one is, might leave me a comment if you would. I can hear that stupid autofocus rattling. I'm sorry about that, folks. This is all I got for a camera. Little Sanyo, and it's getting old, but at least it's still running. Okay, that's all for now. Take care, guys. Bye.